Hello, Virgo. This is your timeless, the love variant reading. Please bear in mind that if you are Virgo in Sun, Rising, and or Jupiter, you may find that these messages may resonate more if you're in search of universal justice. However, if you're here for Virgo being in a Moon, Mercury, and or Venus position, you might be in search of emotional redemption, and I would ask that you check out my sister channel. The link can be found below, and you may enjoy the content over yonder. There's other materials to be found in the description box below. Please know I am a master healer that operates remotely, so wherever you are on this global earth, however you see it as, we can begin our journey of whatever it is that you are wanting to heal. So I feel like these energies that I'm trying to get through and trying to bring my intro is going to resemble in the reading. So shit, I'm not gonna restart because this is my nth time trying to record this intro for you. So bear in mind, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to your reading, Virgo. The love variant reading covers whatever variants ways of love can be thought about, integrated with experience. So whatever brings you here, however you travel or traverse in the love category, may be found in this reading. It can cover being married, divorced, twin, karmic relationships, polyamory, single, partnered up, I don't know, don't care. Whatever is here is here. All right. So, Virgo. These energies are intense, you know. I feel like there's a lot of dust bunnies needing to come up. You are in the energy of your solar return month-ish going around, but I don't really like to say that in this time because these are timeless energies. So yes, if you come here and your birthday has passed and your solar return already has passed, you're still on that jive. You're still on that energy, okay? Time and space is not linear, especially if you're inquisitive and using tarot as that basis of inquisition, all right? Nothing happens linearly. And I think that's where you are. You're learning how to ground yourself in your synchronicities, grounding yourself in the universal aspects of what you see, trying to rationalize that, being excited, getting away from people that are toxic, you know, you're very childish and giddy, yet also flustered very easily, but the flustered very easily is tied to something positive, as in if you just get a little bit more assistance, you're off to the races. You are ready to set and go. You're on the go scheme. You're leaving bullshit in the past, but you're not forgetting it. So other people think that you hold grudges, but honestly, fuck them, because if you are holding a grudge, there's a reason for it. Now, whether it's a selfish reason or a legitimate reason is still important to not look at first. For the guilty aspect of things, we have to understand why it's there, right? So why are you, quote unquote, holding a grudge? There's something there in the memory capacity of experience something or having experienced something that is affecting it being put on repeat, and you are aware of it to the best of your abilities. That's why you get annoyed when people critique you, because internally you've already critiqued yourself of being very aware of your external law of attractions, the things that you attract, the people that you attract naturally, the people that come across your paths who just offload their emotions, and you're like, whoa, I don't know if I was ready for that, but cool. And as time accrues, you become aware that that's just your natural energy that people are attracted by. So you've accrued some time in not being able to not be available for everyone because you think you have to give part of your services at all times just because someone needs you. And some of you have matured over time and realized that the faulty relationships that you've had have at least given you a navigational point to navigate away from where it is that you're coming from, because at least it's not in the same direction that is filled with obstacles. So you're learning to trust a bit that nautical, how can I say, detour, because this detour is allowing you to gain self-trust, self-confidence, self-analytical repurpose, self-care, wellness, and just overall joy to kind of be in your own world and enjoy this world. Some of you are manipulating others for the profits of your materialism. That's not a lot of you, but I will be saying that because I just felt that shit. I just reeked that shit just now, all right? And it's not good energy. It's not good energy, all right? It's not good. I have to say that to that individual. Now, however, baseline is we don't care about those individuals who think they won't ever be caught with their silent ways, because let me tell you, spirit is louder than the pores of your existence, right? So do we care about negative energy? Of course we do, because we need to be able to identify it so that we can stay the fuck away from it, or when it's right in front of us, we can blow it away, right? And ultimately to get into that justifying ask of being true to who you are and never lying in the course of saving yourself, speaking in truth, but validating in honesty, that all comes from understanding the difference between freedom and sovereignty, all right? Freedom is the act of having to fortify a path in order to justify reaching what you have or getting what you have, but paying a cost of a transaction to be able to have it. Sovereignty is knowing that you have everything already, but there are certain obstacles between it arriving in your quote-unquote hands and you were just quote-unquote waiting. You are attracting instead of negative energy and people offloading their bullshit to you. You're learning how to detour that self-care, self-analytical by gaining your power back to be able to understand that that same pattern can come in materialism. So things will come almost on a silver platter for you, and you're like, I don't know how this got here, but I'll take it, you know, like that energy. And that is a healthier energy to have and be flexible and swim with, that allows you to understand whatever negative contexts are to be dealt or felt or discussed or rationalized in relationships, okay? All right, so we have the Spy Master, knowledge distrust. Knowledge distrust. Some of you are speaking really fast, like I'm getting this energy because I just want to blah, 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 but it's like too fast. It's like you're getting these downloads and like, I'm feeling these feelings, I have these words, I'm ready to spit this shit to you, you right? Like, you heard? See, like all these things are coming crisscross. See, like some of you are saying one thing, intend to say that, and then you're like, wait a minute, something else just came out of my mouth just now. And you're realizing just like now. See how this works? These energies are wicked wild, especially if you're someone who is adamant to be very careful with your words. You're realizing these words are flowing easily out of your mouth, okay? Your being. You can easily, or more easily, should I say, address your concerns, address what you want, and that is a bit foreign to you because you're realizing, well, one, I think what's going to be realized by you is that not only are you taking your power back, as that dialogue would go, but you're realizing your self-worth. So the Spy Master is knowing more about yourself, and the knowledge that it provides is allowing you, again, to understand the things that you cannot trust. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me, Virgo. Pardon me, Virgo. That was a Angel Gabriel message right there. Some of you, these things only show up in the readings when I know that you, the reader, or the listener, whoever you are on the other end, the viewer, the crosser, watcher, whatever it is on the other side, might be, if the right word be, suffering with, because some of you are sneezing like crazy and you're thinking that it's the allergies or seasonal flu and stuff like that. And of course it could be, because that's the symptom of the ether, but to think that the outcome of it is immediately having to go to drugs to heal it is kind of like the nuance that ether continues to see with humans. So ether technically wants you to heal with music, the musician here. So some of you are going back into your artistry, your crafts, and healing yourself, realizing that it makes you feel different in ways that if you take prescription anything, this may make you feel better, right? And that bettering doesn't mean that you let go of whatever it is that you are supplementing in order to get to the journey of well-being. It's just gaining a better perspective. And that better perspective is not to invalidate your current perspective, but to add on to what you currently have. And even if what you currently have has some toxins to it, that bettering could mean improving your current mindset by learning that you can have different ways of transcribing the meaning of the same thing. Instead of saying illness and say that I'm not well is to say the same thing. Something is not good. But to say illness is more a negative connotation, and it comes with a ton of stigmas to it, and that it's going to be a dead end, an end to it. Whereas an unwellness means that you could be well, and then once you get well, you are sustainable, okay? That's a different speed to get into. That is a different relationship to call forth and want to be a partner in and show up in for yourself and with others. And until you understand that song and dance, you're going to continuously be put in predicaments in life for you to understand what the journey of self-worth is supposed to mean for what it is that you're aiming for. So some of you are using sound healing to heal the soul. Some of you are picking up a musical instrument and getting inspired and gaining your gratitude, or putting forth your gratitude, because it's a creative force of energy that you're putting out there. And even if you are in a twin flame relationship, then you're putting a relationship together in the form of galactic unity that immediately helps heal everyone else in that frequency. It's a beautiful way of understanding interconnectivity. However, there is also a downfall if you don't understand how that journey can also participate in having negativity involved. And it would be best to control the narrative as best as possible to what negativity is around you, so that way it doesn't swallow you up or gets in your path or offers any diseases, discomforts that at the end of the day you don't really want. Who does? Someone's getting a bit like hot hands, clammy hands. There's like ethereal debris that without you knowing how something got to underneath your nails or something, it could be like ethereal debris. I don't know how to describe it, all right? That's why it's important for those who operate high vibrationally and are affected with being empathic to wash your hands a lot. All right, we have the brawler, lack of empathy, confrontation. Look at that. Like I said, those of you who are empathic suffer with this shit. So people think that you lack empathy, but the irony is that you have the most empathy than everyone else around you, and it causes confrontation. But the irony again of that is that you're not the one causing the confrontation. You are the confrontation, because people are jealous of you. Oh God, boy. All right, so yeah, people are jealous of you because you're shining in your own light. Look at that with the 7 of Wands energy. 7 is a prime number, okay? So 7 is a number that doesn't give a shit about anyone else, all right? It's too busy trying to understand the vast power it has of itself and what to do with it. And it's so fired up that it explodes in and of itself and becomes the energy of the 8, okay? For shits and giggles, it's becoming eternally proud of what it is that you are and dealing with your own bullshit, because no one can tame you, no one can bully you, no one can justify your actions, no one can legitimize you, no one could put worth on who you and what you are. Is you doing all that. And until you get that beautiful understanding, the ether is going to keep testing the limits of how vulnerable you are, because you are not vulnerable and weak. You are strong, you are powerful, you're magnetic, you are nurturing, and your service that you provide for other people needs to be validated, and them validating, just respecting you, Virgo. All right, look at that. Like I said, they're respecting you, Virgo. They have to. It's the Empress energy. You're creating too much juicy, delicious aura of energy around you that you're not even aware of, because you're still stuck in thinking that your shadow self is haunting you, or that the bullshit ways that people have fucked you over or you fucked over is going to come back and creeping at you. All right, Boogie Woogie Man is coming after you, right? Is Boogie Woogie Man ever really going to come after you if you know what your vices are, when your problems are? No. If you stand still for a moment, you know exactly what your problems are. You wouldn't need anyone, like I already mentioned, telling you what your issues are, Virgo. All right? For that, you're really good at pointing everybody else's bullshit out, because those are your internal deep traumas that you would like to avoid. So becoming nitpicky is sometimes your downfall, because that's where people suffer in having tight relationships with you. But that's not your fault. That is their problem for not being able to find whatever it is that they're looking for and being greedy and codependent to what you give naturally for free. Okay, but that freedom isn't free anymore, so your understanding on sovereignty, that's a different game changer. That's a different dialogue. You put a price on your services. You put a price on the value of what you give. People don't do and get anything for free. It's not that your service isn't for free and that you naturally offer yourself to do something for zero money. It's not about that. But those individuals that you're offering something for free, they know it's not free in zero money, because you gave them a million amounts of something that they couldn't afford. And not, again, because of their money in their bank account. It's you saw something, you dealt with it because you can. And people need to respect that, period. That's why I got a little bit passionate right there for a little bit, all right? But you are small in the makings, meaning there is loud energy around you currently that might bully you, all right, that you also might think like, oh, I want to be like her or him one day. I want to be just that. Don't envy other people, Virgo. Envy the person that you see in the mirror, and you'll see one day as to why that is the most truest form of envy that you could do, is to yourself. Envy yourself. Because once you envy yourself and realize there's nothing that you need to envy, but you stand in the empowerment of who you are, you have power. The Empress brings empowerment. Feminine or masculine gendered. We don't give a shit. All right? All right, Virgo, that's all that we have for your love variant reading. Please bear in mind of any of my services in the description box below. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.